Have you ever heard of the year the sky went dark? It began with an eerie silence. The birds stopped singing. Then the cold came. The sun would rise, but it brought no warmth, no comfort. And then, in the middle of June, in places from New York to Geneva, something impossible happened. Snow began to fall. Nobody understood what was going on. Imagine being a farmer, staring at your frozen fields in utter disbelief.
Children were starving. It felt like the world had entered a new terrifying kind of darkness, not the darkness of night, but of a deep, chilling mystery. This was 1816, a year that would forever be known as the year without a summer.
So, what caused this global nightmare? The answer lay half a world away. A year earlier, in April 1815, a volcano in what is now Indonesia called Mount Tambora erupted with unbelievable force. It was the largest volcanic eruption in all of recorded history. The blast was so colossal, it literally blew the top off the mountain, instantly affecting tens of thousands of people, and launching millions of tons of ash and sulfur high into the atmosphere. So high, in fact, that it created a veil that wrapped around the entire planet. But back then, information didn't travel fast. No one in Europe or North America had any idea. All they saw were the terrifying effects, and many believed it was the end of the world. In New England, a killing frost hit in May, after crops were already planted. Then it happened again in June, and again in July. Ice formed on lakes in Pennsylvania during the summer. Snow fell in Quebec in August. Across the Atlantic in Switzerland, rivers froze over. In India and China, the monsoons failed, leading to devastating droughts and famine. People were forced to slaughter their precious livestock because they couldn't feed them. Grain prices skyrocketed. Families starved. Some resorted to eating grass and tree bark. When the sun did manage to peek through the haze, it was a dim, blood-red orb that offered no heat. It was during this gloomy, sunless summer in Geneva, Switzerland, that a group of writers, trapped indoors by the constant rain and cold, decided to pass the time by telling ghost stories. One of them, a young woman named Mary Shelley, was inspired by the eerie atmosphere. The novel she would write, born from that unnatural summer, was called Frankenstein. Today, we understand what happened. Historians and scientists call it a volcanic winter. Tambora's massive ash cloud acted like a planetary mirror, reflecting sunlight away from Earth and causing global temperatures to drop by 1 to 2 degrees Celsius. That might not sound like a lot, but it was enough to disrupt climate patterns for years, pushing millions to the brink of starvation. The ash cloud circled the globe for over 2 years, a constant grim reminder that nature holds immense power. It showed that sometimes all it takes to bring the world to its knees is a single distant volcano that nobody was even watching. Thanks for watching. If you found this piece of history as fascinating as I do, please hit that like button and subscribe for more stories you might not have learned in school. See you next time.